gentlemen, my name is Kevin Jackwitz. This is the Kaged Review, and this is also the Rock and Metal Review. And so what better way to kick off the brand new Rock and Metal Review than to do an actual concert review. I'm going to do two of them really quick, one by myself and then one I'm going to have a little help from the girls who went with me. The first one is MuddFest. MuddFest was a very cool concert. My girlfriend, she wanted to go. She wanted to see a lot of the older bands from like the late 90s, early 2000s and things like that. And so I was fine with it, not exactly my shtick, but there were some songs there that I really liked back in the day. Headstrong was a song that I really used to love a lot. And a few songs from Saliva I thought were really good. And Tantric was a band, I used to love Days of the New. And so, being able to see Tantric was just very cool. So the review for Puddle of Mud and the MuddFest goes like this. Very mixed bag. And I say that because Tantric, a band I have waited a long time to see and finally got to, sort of, were very late getting on set. And either the lead singer, was high as hell, or he was having a diva moment, whatever the case may be. They showed up late, they only did 3 songs, and even the first song, which was Breakdown, which is one of their more popular songs, the lead singer didn't show up until like 2/3 of the way through the song. So like really most of the song was done. So it was a little bit of a letdown with Tantric. Now the next 2 songs they did sounded phenomenal. One of them was Astounded, and that was great. And they had one with a really long guitar solo, a little instrumental piece in the middle. So it sounded phenomenal. So it was actually kind of disappointing to see what it could have been and to know what we got, which was 2 good songs, one that was half-assed, and a 3-song set because they showed up incredibly late. So that was kind of a downer. Then you get into Saving Abel, who of course has a new singer. I really liked the performance. I thought they were good. They have a new singer now. The big thing about that was he just doesn't sound the same as the old singer, obviously. I mean, that's kind of a given. But there was something a little bit lost with that. Now, they were fine. They did a good job. I think with the new singer, they sounded as good as they could have. Trapped killed it from beginning to end. They opened with Still Frame, which is one of my favorite songs of theirs. So really like that. They finished with Headstrong, of course. They did Echo. So, I mean, they had a really good set. They pulled out a lot of the, favorites of theirs. And they sounded great. And I think they still have all their original members. I'm not entirely sure, but I think they do. Saliva followed next, and they absolutely killed it. Now, they do have a lead singer that's new also. But I really don't think that took away from their performance. He didn't sound terribly different. And it really, I mean, like, he was rock, dude. Like, he came out there and he tried to make it as rock as he could. So I really liked it. And then you finish out, of course, with Puddle of Mud. The lead singer, he was a little spacey at times. And the first song, they did Control, but they also kind of made an interlude there in the middle where it was Black Sabbath's War Pigs. And there was a moment there where he kind of forgot the lyrics and, everybody kind of laughed it off. It was just one real quick moment. Other than that, I think they were pretty good. Like, the musicianship was fine. They sounded great as a band. The lead singer couldn't really carry notes as long as he used to, and he's a little scratchy at times, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible, that's for sure. So, Tantric, a little disappointing, but they were good when they got going. Puddle of Mud, they're struggling. And the other 3 bands, I think, were good. 2 of them very good, as a matter of fact. So that was MuddFest. It's actually the first time in the history of concert going for me personally that I've had bands that I wasn't really too fond of their performance. So far I've been very lucky concert going, and everybody has been just amazing. So it was still a good concert to go to. I mean, like a 7 out of 10. Trapped and Saliva really, really saved it for me. And like I said, I think Saving Abel did good, and Tantric were good when they got started, and Puddle of Mud were decent. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. The next concert we saw Saturday, which was 9/21/19, and we went to Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, and we saw In This Moment, who is the 5th time we've seen In This Moment. 5 times, and they've killed every time, even when she was sick as hell. And then Disturbed. This is my second time seeing Disturbed. They really killed it the first time. They really killed it this time. I've already got a lot of video posted to YouTube showing footage of the concert. So for right now, I'm going to go into a separate mode here where I'm going to have Nicole Tibby, Rosa Becker, who were the women who went with me to the concert. Both of them, Disturbed is their favorite band, so you know they're going to love everything about it. And they're just going to give some comments about it, and I'll show you some footage about a couple of things they were talking about. Like one instance they were talking about Maria Brink's horse speech, and we'll get into that. You'll see it. And I'll actually show you the speech, so that way you kind of have something to go by. So ladies and gentlemen, here it is, Disturbed review, me, Rosa, Nicole. So here is Rosa and Nicole. They were there at the concert. We just got out of the pool, well, Rosa and I did. So yo, what did you guys think about this concert?
We were really close to the stage and it was awesome.
Kick ass.
Basically, right on the fence. Except for there are two people in front of me.
That's badass.
It was awesome.
Though.
Killer
It was awesome.
photos.
So, each of you, what's your favorite moment of the night?
David Draymond. Being that close to him.
She loves David Draymond.
Yeah.
In a big way. It's beautiful.
I like the solo, the drum solos and the guitar solos.
Right on. See, my favorite moment of the night was Disturbed played Inside the Fire, and during the breakdown of the song, they lit the entire fucking stage on fire. It was so badass, dude. They had fire coming up from the stage. They had something coming down from the rafters on fire. It was really fucking cool, man. Like, just amazing.
That heat felt so good. I'm just like,
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So yeah, in this moment, favorite moment.
I liked all her costume shit.
She's theatrical.
The
Yeah, she's
theatrical
really theatrical.
Stuff. Yeah, it was awesome. And she's got a good voice. And,
Oh, I like the horse speech. That's my favorite part.
Yeah. Okay, so the horse speech, it's always really good. If you're unfamiliar with In This Moment, they have this song called Horror. And it's kind of a direct message to all the people that told Maria Brink that she would amount to nothing. And she had a kid when she was young, and she kind of goes very personal with her story at times. But every concert, she gives pretty much the same rendition of the horror speech. And so we'll show you a clip so you can understand what we're talking about. But yeah, man, it's really, really cool.
Worthless, trashy, You see, this is what I was told, ladies and gentlemen, when I was only a girl, that I would amount to absolute shit, that I would become nothing at all. So you see, this next song by us, this last song by us is about rising above other people's expectations. We should be. So if I can help inspire, turning hate into love and pain into power, Tampa. I will be your home.
It's really great. It's motivational. It's basically saying fuck you to everyone who's trying to make me someone I'm not. Don't tear my ass down.
Yeah.
I do my things my way.
When David Draymond got emotional, that was like, oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's really cool, man. David Draymond at a point, they start talking about substance abuse and suicide and how everybody in the band has been affected by suicide. And he asked the whole crowd to raise up their hands if they've ever been affected by substance abuse personally or through someone they know. And virtually everybody in the audience raised their hand up. And so it was a really, really cool moment.
He had like just sang a song though, and like he had to wipe his face because like he was crying, and like he said he can never sing that song without getting emotional. But it was the sweetest thing, like actually like seeing his, like just him being real in his emotions. It was awesome.
Yeah,
And
very
like
cool.
I'm in love with him, so like that was just like, touched me, and like
Yeah, no, but for real, he had a genuine moment where he did show a vulnerability that you don't really get to see from a lot of guys in that position, and you could see that it really affected him, which was really cool, man. It was a genuine moment with him, so it was a pretty powerful moment. It really was. Yeah, after that song, they put up the numbers for like the suicide hotline and some kind of substance abuse hotline too. So it was really cool, man. I really like how they're trying to do an outreach with that.
And he does that with all his concerts. He has a section where he sings a song related to that specific area, suicide. I mean, there's tons of musicians that have committed suicide. So it's been made spotlight more recently with a lot of bands, and they do a segment in their concerts in regards to that.
And he mentioned, you know, some of the names of the artists we've lost lately, like Chester Bennington, of course, Chris Cornell, Keith Flint. Yeah, we have a puppy down here that just seems to love everybody.
she just won't stop licking my leg.
She's got to be a part of everything.
Of course. Really, man, it was an amazing concert. I mean, at the end of the day, In This Moment killed it. Disturbed killed it. It was a lot of energy. The crowd was going nuts. They were louder than the PA system. So it was just amazing, man. So ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, all three of us, we really liked it. Had an amazing night. So ladies and gentlemen, that's what's going on. We'll show you a bunch of clips. I got some footage I got to work out. So
For my
we'll get
killer
there.
Samsung Galaxy S10.
Yeah, she's very bright. She took most of the video. So,
Kudos.
very, very cool. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You kind of get an idea of what the concert was like. You get an idea of the opinions from the people I went with. We all had a great time. This concert was much, much better than MuddFest. Ridiculously good, honestly. Like, so good. This would be like a 9.5 out of 10, man. Like, really good. Everybody sounded good. The theatrics within this moment was just really on point. David Draymond, he sounded good. So, what more can you ask for? So we got a 7 out of 10 and a 9.5 out of 10. So that's where I'm at, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz. Kaged Nation, out.